In this video, we'll cover IRB submission workflow and statuses. When you create a new project in Novolution, you'll be able to see the project status in the workflow in two different places. The first is up at the top in the Project Details panel. You'll see in the Status column that the status is Draft Submission Pending. The second place to see it is using the Requirements link in the panel shortcuts. The Requirements panel provides a detailed view of the entire IRB workflow process. The status you're currently in will be noted in bold. Toward the center, you'll see the completion state bars. A green ready bar means that this is the current status of the project. When a completion state is ready, that means it is possible to take an action. For instance, in this example, the system is ready for the project to be submitted, and so a submission can be made at any time once all of the submission requirements are met. The next items, however, have a red Not Ready bar, which means these actions cannot be taken. Since the workflow follows a sequence, items are not ready when those items that precede it have not been completed. For instance, the PI cannot certify the project that has not yet been submitted. Likewise, the department chair or the IRB review cannot be completed until the project has been submitted. Once the project has been submitted, you'll see the status changes to the next in the workflow. In this example, a student submitted the project, so the next step in the workflow is for the PI to review and certify the project. This is the equivalent of signing off on a project. You'll also see that new items have become visible. These requirements are ready, which means that members of the research team can now complete their city training at any time. Once the PI certifies the protocol, the project moves into a pre-submission status. The project is now ready for the department chair's approval, and they will receive an email task to review and approve this project. Note, there should be a name listed after department chair. If no name is listed, contact the IRB office to address this issue. The department chair has now completed the approval of this project, and the student has completed their city training. However, city training is still missing from the project PI, which means that the project is still in a pre-submission requirement stage. The IRB review pending stage has not changed, and it's still listed as not ready. This means the IRB office has not been notified of your project and cannot take any action because there is still a preceding step that has not been completed. When you see that your project is in a status of draft submission pending, PI certification pending, or pre-submission requirements, it means that your project has not come to the IRB office and the IRB review process has not begun. You'll know that all requirements have been complete and that the IRB office has received your project when the status changes to IRB review pending. You'll also see when an IRB admin has been assigned to your project. This will be the point of contact between you and the IRB reviewers as applicable for the workflow of your project. The status IRB admin processing covers the entire review process, including assigning to IRB members or to a full board meeting as applicable. In other words, though the status is IRB admin processing, it is possible that your project is out for review by a reviewer during this stage. This concludes the video on IRB submission workflow and statuses.